Guys, deluded goon, and like I tell you guys, Arsenal fans, shout out to you lot for subscribing. I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan, but I get all sorts of other fans, Liverpool fans, United fans who are pretty active, and I like them a lot. Spurs fans, man, I mean, shout out to you guys. You lot are very nice. You lot receive me very well, always commenting, always sharing love. You guys, this in regards to you guys, well, your club. If I was you, like, I'll make a cheeky bid for Mahrez. Yes, you're hearing that we want it, and I mean, if Arsenal are in for it, don't get me wrong, Spurs. I hope we get him ahead of you. I love Mahrez, and you're hearing Roma in it, and just about every club will probably be interested in Mahrez for the right price. Long story short, we know he's won PFA, we know he won the league, part of the fairy tale for Leicester. Talk about the player. I mean, we know what he's like, man. Go and check out my previous vids, and if you ain't been watching the Premier League, watch it. I say Spurs should make a cheeky bid for him in the sense that he wants Champions League football. Spurs can give him that. No disrespect to Leicester, but any club that's interested in him is better than him. Us, we ain't got Champions League, but we're a better proposition than Leicester. No disrespect to Leicester, it's just the levels in the same way. Barca are more attractive proposition than us. Granted, it's not the same Barca of recent years, but yeah, Mahrez, he's right. What they need, you feel Spurs need one superstar. Mahrez, on the sense that I'm not saying our squad is better than Spurs by any stretch of the imagination, but he's going to be overshadowed by Alexis if he's still here, by Lacazette, by these other guys that are here. Spurs, there's Kane and Dele, and they still will overshadow him, but it gives him the chance at Spurs to be a superstar. He'll play 9 times out of 10. He'll play all games. He's got to be that superstar. He's going to play. He's not going to be expendable like that. Well, he is if Pochettino decides he don't want him. But he's there. On Spurs' side, he's right up Spurs' street. They need a winger like that that's going to embarrass their fullbacks. I believe that's what we need as well. Football needs that. I mean, we're getting too much of these silly, fake 10 slash winger center cam slash for wingers, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. There's too much of them ones now. We need old school wingers that want to embarrass their fullbacks. They just want to get white paint, the paint on their boots and things like that. They just want to embarrass their fullbacks and just make them embarrassed to play football again. That is what Mahrez is, man. Mahrez is quality, man. That's what Spurs need to accompany Kane and Dele on top of the skill set. And in terms of that, he'll score goals as well. They need someone that will score goals. Yes, Son's done his thing, and Son's done his thing. Kane's obviously doing his thing. Dele's doing his thing. But you can't turn down more goal scorers. More goal scorers, you have more chance of winning a football match. He'll play football. He's not going to expect. I'm sure Spurs can afford that. 25 to 40 million. I'm sure Spurs can afford that. They can. The wages at Spurs, they don't really give out wages like that. But I'm sure they could come to some agreement if they really wanted to do that. It's worth a cheeky punt, man. I mean, you could do a lot worse to Mahrez, and he wants Champions League football. They've got it. Next, I'm going to say Ross Barkley. I mean, I've made a video about Barkley. I believe Pochettino's the right guy for Barkley. He looked to Dele for inspiration. Kane out of the wilderness. He'll see how them two behave in the sense that they don't really care who they're playing. They're on. They smell blood when they get onto the pitch for the whole 90. Barkley can learn to behave like that. He can on paper he would play in the sense that Dembele and Wanyama, great partnership, but Barkley on paper, I'm not saying he's better than them. On paper, he's slightly more expansive than them, and there's a case for Spurs to introduce that into their side. So there's them two. Demarai Gray as well. I mean, yeah, when you compare it to Mahrez, but I think Demarai Gray needs a bigger club. Spurs, again, like Barkley, can learn there. He'll play. In time, he can be a real good winger. He's showing signs. Probably the trust aspect is coming into it now. His manager's starting to trust him. I believe he's at that stage where he understands football's not a game. You need to be decisive in the final third. He's a decent player. I've made a video about it, so I'm not going to go into detail, but maybe just 3 players Spurs could kind of consider. I mean, yes, there's other targets, and if I was a Spurs fan, by Lord means I would want other targets. But I've seen these names linked. Well, not Mahrez, that was my own one, but the other 2 names linked. So I thought just marry it into a vid and just bring it out. Guys, Deluded Goon, I'm signing out. Thank you very much for watching.